Hello, and welcome to the first Dracokast ever, where I sit in front of my computer and talk at it like a stupid pleb. That's what I do for most of my videos anyways, so how is this any different? I guess I don't have a script. All my other videos have been like totally scripted. I script like almost every word that I say in those beforehand, before I read it. And here, I've just got some talking points, I guess. I've got some notes written down. I've taken about 4 dumps today. Let's put out too much information to lighten the mood, I guess. I don't normally take that many dumps in one day. So, yeah, 4 dumps. Might have to take another break sometime, I don't know. I don't know what the hell's wrong. I don't normally poop this much. Tell me all about your pooping stories at dracokast@gmail.com. No, please don't email me your pooping stories. I will delete your email if you send me an email about your pooping stories. 'Cause that's just, I don't care. Nobody cares. Why are you listening to me talk about my pooping stories? Oh, fuck it. Anyways. Okay, so here's our little rundown of what I'm going to talk about. Movies I've watched recently. Then I'm going to talk about some news stories that are more relevant, that I'm interested in, that I actually have something to say about. And then I'm going to talk about something to do with with my Sword Art Online reactions. And then I'm going to read fan mail and Q&A and show some fan art. Yeah. And then I'm going to do my advice part, which I'm excited about. There was another part that I was going to do, but I'm not sure. I guess it depends on, I'm kind of tired. So I guess maybe it depends on how long it takes for me to get sick of hearing my own voice. Or how long I end up recording before I get here, but I want to talk about cheating, not in video games, but in relationships. So that's just something that's pretty, I don't know how to say it, pertinent to me, so I just want to talk about it in general. And then finally, I'll have the sick song of the week. That's what I'll call it. The sick song of the week. Just play whatever song I want. Whatever song I feel compelled to play at the time. and that's how I'll close it. I recommend you staying around for that song, though. Because it's called the sick song for a reason. So it's going to be sick. I mean, I got some pretty sweet taste in music. You know what I mean. I don't want to be a pompous asshole, but... Alright, anyways. Movies I've watched recently. I would talk about anime I've watched recently, but I haven't watched anything. Planning on watching Fate's Day Night sometime. Maybe tonight I might even do that. I was planning on watching the Sword Art Online episodes that are out that I haven't reacted to yet. But I just I started doing it, I'm just like, I don't really want to. But I'll talk about that later. Might watch Fate's Day Night. Unlimited Blade Works. So, The Maze Runner. Have you guys seen that movie? Probably the most predictable movie I've ever fucking seen. I feel like I've seen that movie before, but I'm positive I haven't, but I only felt like I could because I could like predict everything that was gonna happen. It was just like it was just really fucking predictable. And the characters sucked. The main character was just special. He was the one, they've been stuck in this maze for 3 years trying to find a way to get out, and he's the one who's special and is gonna be the one who finally gets them to break out because he's special. He's the main character. That's what he does. But there's nothing special about him. I didn't see anything special about him that made him give me any reason to believe that he should be the one that would come up with a way to get out of the maze when they'd been at it for 3 years. The most offensive part of the movie to me was the ending. Made it obvious that this movie was really just a setup for a sequel. Which, I don't even want to see the sequel. Because this movie was not very good at all. And a sequel to this seems like it'd be really predictable as fuck too. Actually, I asked my friend about it. Told him how disappointed I was in the movie, and he told me that he read the books. There's a trilogy of books, and the first movie is just based on the first book. And he said that he told me some of the things that happened in the second and third books, and it's predictable as fuck too. So, yeah. But, oh well. So, another movie I've seen recently was Annabelle, which is pretty mediocre to bad. There are like no characters in the movie. Of course, you don't give a shit about anybody. The doll is a really small part of it, and most of the movie was just not scary at all. I'm normally a big fucking pussy when it comes to scary movies because I just get scared easily. I don't think I've been desensitized enough by watching scary movies, so I think that's why I'm just easier to scare. But this movie got me. It got me in a couple of times. Some parts that were legitimately scary. But those parts didn't have anything to do with the doll itself. They just had to do with this demon thing that shows up. And oh my god, that thing is fucking scary. They did a good job on that thing. They should have made the movie about that instead. It was so... I'm going to talk about a spoiler really quick, because it's the scariest part of the movie. In case you haven't seen it, I'll put the timestamp in the description. Should I put it in the description or put a timestamp in the video pane? I don't know. That reminds me, I'll put a navigation thing in the description that has the timestamps of where I talk about certain things. And so you can skip around, I guess, if you want. Someone said when I was going to talk about real life stuff in my podcast, it's like, I don't want to fucking hear about your real life shit. Just talk about anime. I'm just like, oh my god. Are you one of those, like, escapists who doesn't give a shit about real life and is just like, oh, anime, though, sorry, dude, if you're listening to this, I'm bagging on you, but real life, you can't escape it. It's a thing, and you can't avoid it. So I'm going to talk about it, because it exists. And there's a motorcycle outside that's making really loud noise. Wait for it. Jesus, that's fucking loud. This apartment complex is actually pretty quiet most of the time, except for the occasional motorcyclist and douchebag with a muscle car. Where was I? Oh yeah, Annabelle spoiler. So there's a part where the mom is in the basement and the devil thing, she sees the devil thing and there's a thing that happens and then she's like running up the stairs away from the devil thing because the elevator won't work. And there's at a point you can hear this loud thump 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 of footsteps behind her, and she turns around and the devil is on the stairs, the landing of the stairs that she just got to the top of the particular flight of stairs that she just got up, and it's just crouched there looking up at her, and it was fucking scary. It scared the shit out of me, and that part has made me have fucking... My imagination runs away with me when I watch scary movies. I'll it's kind of making it hard for me living by myself because I'm kind of a pussy. So I psych myself out and get paranoid of things that are scary or potentially scary in the dark. And it's dark by myself. So yeah, that was scary. And then the third movie that I saw in theaters recently, just this Thursday, was John Wick. And oh my god, that movie is so cool. I was not expecting it to be as good as it was, but it was so exciting. If you like Hitman style, adrenaline pumping action movies, this is a movie for you. Keanu Reeves does a solid job in this, as the main character. There's not a whole lot of acting. He just kind of, like, there's not a whole lot of acting on his part, I mean, for most of the movie. But there are a couple points where he's, like, legitimately acting that are really good. Well, that's just not really his fault. It's just mostly his character, the script. Because it's just, like, it doesn't give you a whole lot of details and shit. It's just like, oh, his wife died, and then there's this bad guy who comes and kills his dog, and oh my god, that was sad. So it's like, okay, it's revenge time. So if you like revenge movies, that's a movie for you. And then there's The Raid Redemption, which is an Indonesian martial arts action police type movie. And it's I've seen it before, but I watched it again with my friends last night. I was going to watch Halloween, but that didn't work out. So I just watched The Raid. We just watched The Raid again. We'd all watched it together before. But I wanted to watch it again, and they were for it. So I'm just like, okay, let's do it. And it's so much fun to watch. The action scenes are so well choreographed. And it's like nonstop. Once action starts going, it's just balls to the walls. There's none of this like dumb dramatic pausing like you get in dumb shonen anime where they like take a break to like banter and like talk about their power levels or whatever bullshit and explain what technique they just did. Fucking that stupid bullshit. It's like it's just nonstop. Once they start fighting, they're trying to kill each other until one of them's taken out or incapacitated or whatever. It's great. Like I said, the action is really well choreographed. The martial arts style that's mostly used in this movie is really cool because they use a lot of elbows and knees, which is really smart because elbows and knees are able to do the most damage for how little chance you have of hurting yourself with them. Maximum impact for minimal risk of hurting yourself. And it's just when these people get hit, you feel it. And the action and the fights are actually pretty realistic, and except for the fact that they can sometimes these people can endure going at 100% for ridiculous amounts of time. So that makes it that's the only slightly unrealistic part. But yeah, it's just really fun. A really fun movie. No, it's just the plot is basically just an excuse to have a bunch of action, and that's fine. It's just a bunch of action. Doesn't try to be anything more than that. And so, yeah. Okay, so I got some anime-related news stories to talk about. The first is one that happened almost a year ago that I wanted to make a video about, but never did because I'm a lazy fuck. And it's, okay, here, let me pull it up because I'm fucking lazy. So, Macross Frontier's Megumi Nakajima goes on hiatus from music. Ronka's voice continues voice acting after last CD in February, last concert in March. I like how they refer to mostly her role as Ronka in Macross Frontier because that's honestly her biggest voice acting role yet, and her biggest singing role in an anime, because she's had to sing a lot of songs in that. But the gist of it is that she announced, this was on fucking December 1st of 2013, so yeah, almost a year ago. But yeah, I want to talk about it anyways. She's just going on a hiatus from singing, and she's gonna focus on instead on voice acting. At this time, at least, which disappoints me a lot because she's my favorite Japanese vocalist. She has a phenomenal voice, and yeah, well, I guess that's all I have to say about that. But she won the role to act as Ronka Lee in Macross Frontier from a audition, and I gotta say that I'm glad that she won it, because she deserved it. She did a great job with the character, did a great job singing the songs. Yeah. Man, I'm running out of breath. Maybe I'm just talking too fast. I think I'm talking way too fast without taking a breath. I need to slow down. Oh yeah, Naruto's ending. Finally, the manga is finally ending. After the author finally ran out of... I guess the author finally ran out of ideas to use to jump the shark. Because let's be honest, that manga's been shit. Naruto's been shit for a long time. The author's just clearly making up whatever fucking bullshit he wants. I haven't been following it, like, actively, but I've been following, like, spoilers. I've been looking at some particular spoilers of shit that happens, and I'm just like, that's just funny. Because oh my god. Did you know that they gave Naruto the Sharingan? The fucking overpowered oh my god, Aijutsu is so powerful in Naruto. So overpowered, I mean. But it's so bad. The series has been just all about jumping the shark for a long time now, and it's gotten really old. It got really old once okay, so let me give a little backdrop for this little part. I used to love Naruto. I was a Narutard back in the day, but this was when I was like, what, 14 or 15? Something like that. I thought Naruto was the shit. And it was, kind of, for a while. Until it just became shit. But, Hinata was my waifu. She was legitimately my fucking waifu. I was like, oh, I love Hinata. She's so cute and shit. But, but anyways. So yeah, I used to love Naruto. It went to shit. I think that that's just part of the course. Par for the course for shonens is that they become super popular, and then they fall to shit because they realize, oh shit, I'm making a lot of money off of this. I gotta make this last a lot longer than I originally planned. So they just kind of start making shit up as they go, and the writing gets worse and worse as they go, and clearly become more desperate for ideas as they go, and they jump the shark on numerous occasions to try to keep the viewers interested. And viewers typically, and most of the viewership for Naruto at this point, well, most of the readers for the manga at least, realize that it's shit, but they are still sticking with it because of Stockholm Syndrome, because they've stuck through it so long that they can't give it up. So they're gonna stick through it until it's fully over. And that's a terrible mentality, honestly. I gave up on Naruto, on watching the Naruto anime after like some 50 episodes into Shippuden, when I realized that this wasn't gonna end, ever. Well, that's what I said at the time. And now it's finally ending after, what, 10 years after I dropped it? Something like that? It's too long. It was too long. But yes, don't keep watching something because of Stockholm Syndrome. It's a terrible idea. You're just wasting your own time. Okay, and now the next story I want to talk about is that there's a Madoka Magica is getting a Christmas cake. So is Black Butler and I'll Noah Zero. That's also part of the story, but I don't give a fuck. I only care about Madoka Magica, and I was just like, oh my god, I just hope it's not offensive, but it is. It's one of those. It's the Yuri baiting bullshit. It's a picture. The Madoka cake is Madoka and Homura holding hands, and with their other hands, they're making a heart with their pointer finger and thumb, connecting them together to make a heart, and it's just like, oh my god, so sick. Fucking rebellion is just, it's just been, oh my god, none of that shit was ever a thing. I don't want to get in a huge thing about this right now. I got a rebellion video coming. That'll be where I talk about that. But the Yuri shit was never a thing, ever. No matter what people want to see, it was never a thing. But the pairing between Homura and Madoka was like so popular that's basically why it existed. That's why it was pushed so hard in Rebellion. And that's what this cake is continuing to push, because it's just so popular that they're continuing to ship it just because they know it'll sell. That's a rant for another day. I can talk about that for too long. Here's a interesting one. Funimation dubs Psycho-Pass 2 and Laughing Under the Clouds anime as they air in Japan. So that Funimation is going to be dubbing and streaming episodes of these two anime as they come out, which is actually a really cool idea. It sounds like it would be really hard for the voice actors to keep up with. And I wonder if the quality of the dubbing will suffer from that. But it sounds like it sounds cool, so I hope it works out. I just hope that the dubs don't suffer in quality because of it. Godzilla PS3 game adds Destroya, Super Mechagodzilla, and Burning Godzilla. I don't know anything about this game. I've just heard some very, 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 very small details about it and seen some screenshots that I don't know if they're final, in-game screenshots or anything. Probably not, but they look amazing. And, I might have to get a PS3 just for this game, because I love fucking Godzilla so much, and a new Godzilla game would be amazing. Godzilla Unleashed was pretty disappointing in lots of ways, but if they can make this game good, I might have to consider getting a PS3 just for it. We'll see. I had a PS3 before, but I sold it because I wanted an Xbox 360 instead. And the Xbox 360 was better. Don't want to start a console war, but I wanted to play. This was back when I actually liked Call of Duty. The first Modern Warfare was out, and I wanted to play it with my friends. None of them had a PS3. They all had Xbox 360s, so that's what I got. And I was really happy because my online experience with the PS3 was terrible. But anyways, here's an interesting one. The headline reads, Hideaki Anno voices his concerns about the anime industry. Skipping to the part that's important. Anno said, the Japanese animation industry has hit a dead end. It will be tough to escape unless we can make animation without commercial considerations. It may even be too late. What I suspect commercial considerations means is, what I'm actually really positive it means is the fact that there's a lot of otaku pandering. And otaku pandering has been increasing more and more as each season goes by. And so commercial considerations is basically doing whatever it takes to push Blu-rays no matter what. And that's basically pandering to otaku. And I find this has just been a trend that's been going on for a while, and it's hard to ignore. And if you think that there's not a trend, that this hasn't been a problem that's been increasing more and more, you're probably part of the problem, meaning you're probably the person who's getting pandered to and they're brain dead and just opening their mouths like whales and just swallowing all the pandering bullshit that's being thrown at them, and buying shit because of the pandering and not because it's actually like a legitimate work of art. The thing that's ironic about this is that Evangelion 3.0 was a thing. Evangelion 3.0, basically, Anno admitted that it was the way it was because of the fact that the different things in Evangelion 2.0, the different things in that movie, were really popular among the fans. So the reason basically the reason he made 3.0 the way it was because different people liked different things. So things being different from Evangelion. And so that's why Evangelion 3.0 is a catastrophic clusterfuck. He talked about Mari in 2.0, who is a totally fucking pointless and worthless character who's just another girl for fan service. He mentioned how popular she was, and that alone tells you all you need to know, basically. Mari was popular because she was different and quote-unquote fun. So 3.0 had to be different because different is fun and people like different. I'm not saying, okay, that's different, totally different thing. I'm talking about different in the context of Evangelion as a franchise. Different from Neon Genesis Evangelion. But I don't know where I'm going with this. Anno is a hypocrite. That's what I'm getting at. Anno is calling out the anime industry for pandering for commercial interest, while 3.0 was made the way it was for fucking pandering. And if it's really a problem like he claims it is, if he wanted to make a statement about it, about how big of a problem it is, he should not have made 3.0 the way it was. He should have made it the way he had originally planned, which was the way it was shown at the preview at the end of 2.0. So congratulations, Anno. You're officially now just a hack fraud who is greedy and is just trying to make money and has no artistic integrity. God. I wonder how many shitstorms are gonna be started just from me reading and reacting to news stories. People are gonna want to argue about every single one of these things. most of these things could be videos in and of themselves, but I just want to give brief thoughts. I don't have enough to say. I don't have anything more to say about that topic than that. So why would I make whole nother video about it? I mean, I don't know. And here's the last one, though. The last news story I wanted to talk about, which is the New York Times manga bestseller list for October 19th through the 25th. Let's look at the tops. No Game, No Life. 1 is rank 1. Fucking goddamn it. I have a whole video about No Game, No Life coming soon. It's in the works. It's in the factory. But yeah. Isn't there another spot that wasn't there more than no, just number 1. So yeah, and then there's Naruto number 67 at rank 2. God damn. I wonder how many people are buying it, or actually buying it because of Stockholm Syndrome. I mean, it'd be one thing to keep following it because you just want to see how it ends, but if you keep monetarily supporting it when you think it's shit, you're not encouraging them to do you're not encouraging it to get any better. You're basically, if you call it shit and then you throw money at it, you're just encouraging it to be shit more. You're encouraging, I don't even know. I can't even put it into words. You get what I mean, though. Fucking goddamn it. Fuck. And then, okay, number 4 is Hanagai. Number 9. I don't have many friends, whatever. God, Hanagai is just terrible. And then Attack on Titan takes over a couple of these spots, too. Which is not a terrible series, but it's overhyped. Attack on Titan is popularity stems from hype, and I think that most people who praise it to the high heavens, only do so because of hype inflating their own image of it. They take hype is a fucking poison. Hype feeds itself, and it makes perception grow out of control. And the more hype there is, the bigger it gets. I can't think of a good analogy for it. I wanted to make a whole video about hype and how big of a problem it is. How just dangerous it is, but for now, I'll just say that hype is cancer. That's why you should never get caught up in hype trains, no matter what. Hype causes people to make up their minds about something, and it causes people to not be able to change their minds about something. And despite any other input from like people pointing out flaws or any flaws that they might notice themselves, they might ignore if they hadn't otherwise been riding the hype train. But okay, that's okay. Another can of worms. Everybody who is a Attack on Titan fanboy, please flame me in the comments and tell me about how wrong I am and about how epic and amazing it is. You're wrong, but you can do that. I've got a video about Attack on Titan coming. I don't know when I'm gonna do that. Fuck. I think I've got the script basically done. I just need to record it. It's not gonna be a very well edited one. It's gonna be mostly just a monologue with some stills. But I just wanted to get my thoughts, because I just want to get my thoughts out there. But anyways, I feel like this might be a bad idea, because I think I'm gonna make a lot of people get really butthurt, and that's gonna be it. it. People are just gonna stop the podcast right here and take to their keyboard crusading and type angry comments below, and that's all that's gonna happen. And it's not gonna be, and people aren't gonna stick around. But okay, whatever. This is. I'm not censoring my shit. If it upsets people, whatever. You chose to listen to my podcast. You know that I don't say things that people don't like. You know that I say things that are controversial. You know that I like to go against the grain when it's appropriate. When I feel like going against the grain is the correct thing to do. But anyways, alright, I had to take a break. I was hungry. For some reason, to sit in front of my computer and talking makes me really hungry. Plus oh my god, I needed to slow the fuck down. I need to slow down. I think I'm, of the mindset that I need to talk as fast as I do in my episode reactions when I'm recording those. Even though I'm just sitting here and not cutting anything out, it's just me talking forever. And I need to, so I need to take the time to take a breath every now and then. And I also took another dump. I swear to God, I'm not fat. I don't eat a shit ton. I'm usually take a nice sized dump every other day. But today I took like 5. Like, what the fuck? I don't know what the hell is wrong with me. Did I eat a lot yesterday? I ate some candy. Because it was Halloween and I had friends over and we ate candy. But what the fuck? I don't understand. I don't know. How's that too much information for you? Can you deal with that? Is that too bad? Is that too much? Whatever. This is the real cast. Whatever, we're talking about anything. We talk about whatever the fuck. Okay, where was I? Oh yes. SAO reactions. So like I said earlier, I had no motivation when I tried to record my SAO reaction, one of my SAO reactions today. Or when not even that. I didn't even get past watching the episode. Because the show, okay, so for a while now, ever since Gun Gale Online, ever since the beginning of Gun Gale Online, SAO has just been more of a chore to react to than anything. It's not like hugely annoying, but the fact that it's so much more of the same shit over and over again, like the problems are just the same over and over again, the same writing patterns keep showing up, the same bad writing patterns keep showing up over and over again, makes it a chore. But at least Gun Gale Online was a little different than what we've seen before. There was stuff happening, at least. Kind of. Very slowly, but stuff was happening. There was stuff to react to. However, now, whatever the fuck this arc is called, the filler arc, for all I fucking care, this arc is so fucking boring, and there's so much nothing going on, and it's so irrelevant and inconsequential that I don't even fucking care. It's like, not even worth reacting to, because it's all the same boring, all the same shitty cliches and plot holes and harem bullshit and omniscient bullshit and wish fulfillment, Gary, Stu, Kirito, Jesus bullshit without anything at least interesting happening at least remotely interesting happening as a backdrop for it. So this second half of the season of SAO2 is just annoying as fuck. I just hate it. I hate it worse than I ever have because I can't even react to it and have fun. I hate it. I don't know what else to put it. It's boring. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to waste my time. Fuck you and your motorcycle, you faggot. Anyways, I don't want to watch it. I don't want to waste my time making a video about it. It's just so annoying. I don't even care. I love making you guys happy with my reactions. I like making entertainment. I like having entertainment for you guys. However, like I just said, that fact alone, just how fucking tedious and boring it is to react to now, just makes me not even give a shit. So, I'm at a crossroads. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know if I should try to react to it again, or if I should continue trying to react to it. That's how bad it is I'm questioning continuing doing these episode reactions that I've been doing ever since the beginning. That's how bad this season is. It's all the same shitty writing, all the same wish fulfillment, all the same tedious, badly written MMORPG bullshit. All of that without anything remotely interesting happening. Nothing fun happening to react to. It's just, I don't want to keep repeating the same shit over and over again. I have been repeating the same shit, but at least there was some different stuff happening. This is just like, oh look, fucking Kirito is like the center of the universe, even more. Klein is a butt monkey. Harem. 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 We don't know shit about games. Kirito is the fucking shit character. Did you know that? This show is about wish fulfillment. Did you know that? How many times have I said that? All that shit. I don't even know. It's been so many times. Way too many times. And it's just, I'm sure that it's not very fun to listen to anymore. I don't know. Maybe you guys still enjoy it. But I'm sure you can predict by now what the fuck I'm gonna say. I think you've gotten the idea. So the question is, do I continue reacting to this for the duration of the remainder of the show when there's 9 episodes left that I haven't reacted to yet? When all of them are just going to be about this really fucking boring, generic, throwaway arc that is not going to matter in the end anyway? Or do I just throw that time at something else, something more worthwhile? I mean, I can't even laugh at SAO anymore. It's just the same shit in just a lot more presented to me in a lot more generic, in a lot more boring and dry of a way. So, please post a comment on this video, or send me an email at the Dracokast email, and let me know what you think I should do. Do you give a shit if I stop reacting to it? I just talked about the Stockholm Syndrome bullshit with Naruto. I don't want to keep reacting to SAO if I really don't want to, just out of obligation. But I don't really like letting people down if they expect something coming. That's why I don't ever give concrete release dates or make promises about when a video is going to come out, because I don't want to be held to that standard, and if I don't make it, then people will be disappointed. And I don't want that. I just do it. So I decide I'm just going to do it whenever the fuck I want to. You know? You get what I mean? Hopefully you understand that. Just fuck SAO. Just fuck it. We all know it's shit by now. It's just the worst. It's just fucking the worst. It's just... you know it's bad. We know. I know it's bad. You know it's bad. Do we need to keep reacting to every episode until the end of the season to know that it's bad? I mean, I know you guys like watching my reactions. You guys know it's bad. But I don't even want to. I don't want to. I don't even want to anymore. Maybe I should just react if there's something, something fucking particularly bad that happens. Something particularly stupid. I don't know. Let me know. Start a discussion down in the comments. Please bounce points back and forth. I don't know. What's your thoughts? Do you care? Do you care or not? Okay. Okay, that's all. Leave you with that. And now, move on to the next part, where I read some fan mail. Some people posted comments on my announcement video for the Dracokast instead of sending an email. I mean, I'll tell you right now that I don't want to. If you want me to potentially read it, to read your fan mail on the Dracokast, the podcast. I just called it the Dracokast because I wanted to sound different, but without the word podcast. But whatever. If you want me to potentially read it, please send it in an email. So it makes it easier. I just want to be looking at two different places for things to read. I don't want to look at the comments section and then have to go to the email section too. Alright, so this viewer asks, what do you think about other anime reviewers, Anime Zone, Glass Reflection, and their podcast, Podtaku/Jtaku? Would you consider joining them at some point? Oh, this is going to be another can of worms. This is going to start another shitstorm in my comment section. This podcast, I can tell, is going to have like a dozen shitstorms about a dozen different things happening all at the same time. It's gonna be a butt mess. Okay, let's how should I approach this? Well, with honesty, of course, like I always do. Giguk, I think, should stick to just making funny videos because he's funny. He's good at being funny. That's what he should do. He should not try he should not try to make reviews, like serious analyses and shit, because he's not good at it. I don't know if I'd say he's not good at it, but that might be because he hasn't actually given a full, honest analysis. And that is because he very clearly tries to appease as many people as possible. Case in point, just one example actually, in his SAO review, quote unquote, he doesn't really say, repeats general points that people have made had been making 1,000 times before him, and doesn't say them in any different of a way, or try to bring anything new to either side. And he basically tries to appease both sides of the SAO viewership, both the fanboys and the critics. And it's basically damage control. That's what it is how he approaches reviewing is damage control. What will offend the least people? How can I offend the least people and get the most people to like me? I know, I will pretend that I like it, even if I don't, and I will criticize it for some things that critics criticize it for, and so I'll appease both sides. Neither side can really hate me, and I'll give it I'll give it too high of a rating for how many problems it has, and thus making my scoring system really pointless because, well, anyways. If you don't, the point is, he should not make reviews because it's too much about appeasement and not about actually giving his honest, genuine opinion. Not actually trying to give honest, in-depth, honest analysis and critique. Reviews are about giving your own, is about presenting your own honest opinion, not being a mirror to reflect the views of everybody else. I'm sorry, Giguk. You're hilarious, and I don't know if you're, and I've heard you're a nice person. I've never personally talked to you, but I just don't think you should be reviewing stuff. Just keep doing your funny shit. Your funny shit's good. We need more funny people making funny videos on YouTube about anime. We got enough people doing, there's enough people doing reviews and stuff. This funny, silly shit, like that Rail Wars video you just did, that was good. More stuff like that. I like that stuff. Glass Reflection, Arcada. I mean, Arcada, I think, is just, he overrates everything. Honestly. Like, okay, here's one thing that I commented on one of his videos before. I try to avoid commenting on his videos because his viewership will rapidly tear apart anybody who criticizes what he says. But he, in his Madoka Rebellion video, he spent about a third of the review ragging on the ending, about how much he hated the ending. And he's always said that the ending is paramount. And he ends up giving it like, what was it, an 8.54 whatever out of 10? Even though he detested the ending so much. I don't and he says that the ending is paramount. I think that's another part, that's just more appeasement, because Rebellion was popular among the Madoka fan base. People really liked it for some reason. So he just forsook his own standards in favor of appeasement. This should be a lesson for everybody out there. I was gonna make a video about reviewing in general, but I'll just put this out there right now since I'm answering this question. If you're gonna review something, give your own opinion. Don't appease people. Have some integrity. That's all I gotta say. And with that, I will also say I don't really care to join Podtaku or Jtaku. Jtaku is schlock. I can't even stand it. But I don't think they'd ever have me on Podtaku anyways, because I go against the grain too much. I don't do that appeasement bullshit. So it wouldn't make them look very good if they had me on there at all. So that's fine. I don't want to be on there anyways, because I don't respect what they do a lot of the time. Whatever. People are gonna fucking hate. Right. There's probably already a dozen comments being like, "Oh, fuck you. You fucking don't like fucking Giguk and Arcada, blah, blah." Whatever. Just because they're popular doesn't mean that they're actually good at what they're doing. Actually, that's wrong. That's not true about Giguk, at least. Giguk is good at being funny. Giguk's funny videos are great. So we should just do those. Like I said. I don't hate Giguk. I just don't like his reviews. Anyways. Just being real. Okay, next person, DJ Apoc writes, "What are your opinions on extreme waifuism? It's stupid. It's just really, is that the question? It's really just stupid. It's pointless. What would you recommend as a gateway anime, a show for beginners being introduced into the medium as entertainment?" Code Geass, is a good one. It'll appeal to a lot of people. It's not good. It's not great. Or it's not great. It's not bad. But it will, I think it's a good gateway anime. I don't think you should ever give a piece of shit anime to someone for a gateway anime. Even if you think that they'll like it, you should never give them schlock. Because then they'll start wanting to see more schlock. God. Let me think. What else would be another good gateway anime? Death Note, I guess. It's not bad, it's just mediocre. But it's popular among in the West, so I guess might as well. I don't know. I would need to think more about that. That's all I got for right now. Any thoughts on ecchi shows like High School DxD and High School of the Dead? Fucking garbage. Garbage. Okay. Which mass-produced shonen is shittiest? Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, Fairy Tail, DBZ, etc. DBZ is funny just because of how ridiculous it is. But, I don't know. One Piece, I fucking hate that show. It's so dumb. Naruto, I think, had the longest spell of actually being not bad. So, I'd say that one. Favorite animated film directors? Oh, that's an easy one. Makoto Shinkai. Absolute favorite animated film director. Period. Bet you're expecting like a canned response like Miyazaki or something, but nope. Makoto Shinkai. I think he has the most hits for out of all of his total movies, the highest ratio of good movies to movies that he's actually made. Yeah, I'm not gonna respond to the other ones, sorry, but if you submit a bunch of questions, don't be offended if I don't answer some of them because I just don't care. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean, but I just don't feel like answering every single question. I don't have a ton of time for that anyways. Okay, here's another person who asks, what do you do outside of YouTube? Work, hobbies, or other stuff? Sleep? God, I don't sleep enough. Fucking stupid idiot I am. I don't even know what the fuck I do. I waste so much time that I don't even know what the fuck happened, and it's like 10 o'clock at night, and I'm like, fuck. What happened? Did I do anything today? Get home from work. Yeah, I do work. I work not a 8 to 5 job, standard computer programmer. So that's what I do most of the day. I go to movies with my girlfriend. That's fun. I hang out with friends. Well, I've been having friends over like every Friday since I moved into this new place, and that's been for a couple months. Every Friday has been like, come over to Justin's place and play Smash Brothers and maybe watch a movie. Oh my God, Project M, Super Smash Brothers Project M. That's like the game for me right now. I play that so much. Not very much without. I need people to play it with, but luckily I have a bunch of friends that like playing it, so yeah. Wait, what did I do for my thing? Oh yeah, I got fan art in this next one. This guy drew fan art of the fucking Goat Jesus X Draconis March shit that I suggested in that. Oh my God, why did I say that? I knew somebody was gonna do it, and this guy did it. Vanilla Mage. I'll put that picture right up on the screen right now, so look at it. I don't even know what the fuck's happening in this screen. There's some, I don't, it's not hentai. I don't know what the fuck. It's like, Go Jesus is like tired and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. But he also drew another one and I'll show that one soon once I get there. He said he drew it in 2 minutes. It's not bad. It's definitely not bad for 2 minutes. Better than I can do. But did you actually draw that by... Did you draw... Vanilla Mage, did you draw that by hand? Because that's really good if you did. It looks kind of like it was hand-drawn and not digitally done. But okay, so he asked, why don't I have social networking such as Facebook or Twitter? Because they're a cesspool. Cesspool of... What the... I had a better word for this before when I read this. Better term for it. I can't remember what the word, what the term was. Oh, I look like an idiot. Fucking stupid. They're stupid. Okay, I only use Facebook to talk to people that are more convenient to talk to on Facebook. Really, anyways. Twitter is just retarded as fuck. It's just stupid. I don't fucking care. Okay, where did I get the choose the name Dracokast March 7 from? I answered the question of where I get the name Dracokast March from in my Q&A video that I posted, that I re-uploaded here. But the 7 part is because my first channel was originally called Dracokast March, and that channel got murdered for bullshit, stupid YouTube being a piece of shit reasons. So I made a new channel. The new channel I made was just... I just put 7 on the end because one of my favorite anime movies is Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. So that's where the 7 part is. Where did I get my icon from? My icon is the card Skitherix, the Blight Dragon from Magic the Gathering. That's all. It's cool. Skitherix is cool. But anyways. Okay, let's see. Endo writes, I was just wondering, have you, Endo here, I love your videos, man. I was just wondering how you told your friends / people you know that you enjoy watching anime. Because I know this can be a rather awkward subject for people who like anime to bring up with their friends / family without the fear of being ridiculed or labeled as weird. Luckily for me, my younger brother enjoys anime, and since I went to college, I even converted people with shows like Fate Zero, Attack on Titan, etc. So for the younger people, what advice would you give them? Hey, why does that have to be younger people? I haven't had a problem telling people that I enjoyed anime at all. Like, everybody I know knows that I like anime, and none of them have ever been weird about it, thought it was weird or anything. I don't know. I've definitely heard people talk about how they've had trouble talking to people, how people have judged them for liking anime, but I need a drink of water. I'm killing myself. So I don't know. If they get all weird about it, try to be rational. Explain to them that that it's not just weird shit. There's weird shit in it, but don't assess it just by the weird shit. The weird, gross shit. There's actual legit art out there, like Usagi Drop, Kobato, The Place Promised in Our Early Days, that kind of stuff. Kimi ni Todoke. There's legitimately, there's art. Okay, there's art and then there's art. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what the fuck. Why am I getting on this tangent? People argue that art is any form of personal expression, but I think that there's a line between that and art. But anyways. Where was I? Okay. Next person. Hello, Justin. I have been a big female fan of yours since I first watched your Sword Art Online 2 reaction vids, and make it an effort to watch any reactions that you make when they come out. I know you watch, like, and dislike a lot of anime, but what about Western cartoons? Have you ever had favorite cartoon when you were growing up? Not great grammar, but that's okay. Favorite cartoons. My Neighbor Totoro. That was a thing that I watched when I was young. My dad tells me I watched it like a couple dozen times. And I still love it to this day. My Neighbor Totoro is a classic. It was great. But that was when I was really young that I watched it so many times. Favorite cartoon? What other favorite cartoons did I have? Pokemon? I don't know. It's anime. What's the Western? That's not Western. Those aren't Western. I'm a fucking idiot. Why am I talking about those? SpongeBob. Yeah. Fuck yeah, SpongeBob is the shit. Well, it was the shit. Now it's shit. It's just gotten a lot worse after the first movie. But, oh my god, that movie is comedic genius. Did I just call it movie? SpongeBob, the show, is comedic genius. Or was. It was comedic genius. There was just so much. It was the thing that's great about SpongeBob that I'm realizing today is that a lot of the times jokes have multiple layers. You can, as a kid, you can laugh and shit at the jokes they do. But as an adult, you can get more out of it, and there's like double meanings and stuff. Stuff that can appeal more to adults, you know what I mean? But yeah, SpongeBob is amazing. What else was I gonna say? I actually used to like Kim Possible. That's a dirty little confession of mine. I used to like Kim Possible. It was dumb. It doesn't hold up anymore. It was very 90s. It was very based in. It played a lot of 90s popular culture. So it has no longevity. But I loved it as a kid. I'm trying to dig back farther than that, though. Wait, was Kim Possible? That was early 2000s, not late 90s. Kim Possible was. Shit. I look like a dumb idiot. Whatever. I don't care. I can do what I want. It's my podcast. Other Western cartoons? I can't think of any. There should be so many that I could think of. If my brother was here, he would be able to help me out a lot, because we watched, like, everything the same. Oh! Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Fuck. Which one was that? Which one was that? We watched it on the Fox box. It was on the Fox box's, like, lineup. I can't remember which particular one it was. Maybe that'll be enough to tell people which one it was, but that was the shit. Oh my god. My memory is so bad. Like I said, my brother would help me a lot if he was here, because he would remind me of everything, but I can't. I remember shit. Fuck. Also, what's your opinion on Anita Sarkeesian, the Gamergate situation that's been going on? It's stupid. Anita Sarkeesian is a stupid idiot. Stupid, dumb, meanie head. And I personally can't stand her. I don't know much about GG, but you might think differently. Also, what do you think of Hell Pluses and Goat Jesus to start the hashtag movement educate anime in response to it? A response will be greatly anticipated and appreciated. Love you. Thank you. Love female fan Trendy Dicks. What the fuck? Is that your screen name, Trendy Dicks? And you're a girl? I don't understand. Oh my god, I don't understand. I'm trying not to judge you, but kind of sounds slutty. But sorry. Anyways, I don't know about the educate anime movement. It sounds kind of pointless. Sorry, Goat Jesus, but it sounds kind of like a waste of time. And I hate hashtag anything. I hate Twitter. I hate hashtags. Fucking people who hashtag shit on not Twitter are fucking douchebags. I hate. And back when I I remember when Facebook didn't have hashtag bullshit incorporated into it, and people were hashtagging, and it was just stupid. It was like you're making yourself look like a total asshole. God, you stupid people. Stupid hashtags. I'm sorry. Let's move on. Dear Justin, so I was wondering, how could I go about improving my taste in anime? I mean, I can realize when something's not that good, but despite... This is actually a really good email. The guy says... fuck. I mean, I can realize when something's not that good, but despite... No, it's not good, I can still enjoy it. He means, but despite... knowing that it's not good, I can still enjoy it. A few times that wasn't the case was with absolute trash like Mahoka, Kanokon, and Master of the Martial Hearts, and that which shall not be named, probably SAO. Do you have any suggestions for me how I can fix my shit taste? Taste is a totally different totally different beast than being able to acknowledge when something is bad or good or that kind of thing. I do have guilty pleasures too. There's stuff that I acknowledge that I know is just either not good or totally bad, and I still like it anyways. One example being dun 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 dun, Guilty Crown, which is I can enjoy. The parts that I enjoy are totally shallow, which are the pretty visuals, and I enjoy it. I mostly enjoy it ironically because it's just so ridiculous. It's hilarious, but I don't know what the fuck am I saying. It all comes down to why you like the things that you're liking that you know are bad. Like Mahoka, why do you like it? Can you think of why? Can you name what you like about it? Is it stuff that's like legitimately good things, like good writing and shit? Like things that you think are good writing at least. Like do you think the characters are good or something, or do you just enjoy it ironically as like this because there's like this big Gary Stew who's fucking overpowered and shit, or you know what I mean. You can like things that are bad. It all comes down to what you like it for, you know. If you like something that's terrible unironically, that's a problem. But if you like something that's terrible ironically, then there's just nothing wrong with it, you know. And then he asks, for Kirito Lover X51, Kirito Lover!
Oh boy, I got a question on the podcast. How can I be as Sukoi as Kirito Trap Sawa-san-chan and make women orgasm at just the sight of me? Well, first you have to be good at video games. And then they'll want to suck your dick. Because you're just so good at video games that they can't help themselves. So that's obviously how you do it. But you probably aren't that good, so just leave that to Kirito.
Alright, that's good. Get the fuck out of my place.
I'm back. I hate that voice. It hurts. I love it, but I hate it. It destroys my vocal cords.
Sincerely yours, piece of trash anime fan. P.S. Is Kevin Ya telling the truth when he called you a closet lolicon? No. Have you fucking seen my video, how anime changed my life? No. I hate lolis. I hate lolicons. I asked him about that. I didn't know that happened. Apparently it was a thing that happened on Twitter, so that explains why I wouldn't have ever known about it. But he said, oh, hell no, I wasn't being serious. He was being sarcastic or whatever. But unfortunately, some people apparently didn't get that, so... okay. Next email. Hello, Dracokast. Howdy do. I've been a silent guest who enjoys watching your content. This is just a small, edit big introduction and a few thank yous. When I first started watching your videos, I felt disappointed, or butthurt, if you like to call it that, when you were doing a review of an anime / first impressions and gave it a beating. But later I found out that you were just legitimately criticizing the content which was given. This really opened my eyes when it came to what to look out for in anime, and now I don't blindly recommend garbage to my friends. Yes, I have succeeded at something. Somebody changed their ways because I was able to change a life. I feel like I accomplished something. That's all I needed. Now I can stop making videos forever. I changed how someone approaches anime, and now I can be done. I'm not gonna be done, but so here's one thanks. Also, I have been watching things from your gaming channel. Please continue Pandora's Tower. I will continue playing Pandora's Tower sometime when I have time, remember to, and get my shit set up again, because I don't have my Hapog software installed on my computer again. It got wiped. And I can't remember where the fuck I found it. The correct software. But Pandora's Tower is something I need to finish. I need to continue. I mean, we should totally play Smash together someday. Not sure how that would work, but ever since my friend moved away, I don't really have a worthy opponent. Lol. I play netplay now sometimes, but the problem is that I don't like about netplay is the delay. I hate the input delay because I'm so used to having no delay playing it on my Wii. The delay on netplay is fucking annoying, and I don't know if I'll ever get used to it. Also, I became a huge fan of the Toho series because of you. Thanks. And I've been making my own piano arrangements. Here's a link to my YouTube if you are interested. And he gives a link. I will upload more, but I've caught up to college-y stuff. Yep. College will get you. You should upload more videos of Toho gameplay too. But yeah, I was at a loss for quite some time before I started going to college and lifey things. When I got out of high school, I had nothing to do but not many friends or outgoing activities. I had depression wave. Not sure what you would call it, but I felt dead inside. I had no clue what to do, but as soon as I got out of high school, I'm very indecisive. God, I can't fucking read. I had no clue what to do as soon as I got out of high school. I'm a very indecisive person, but soon I found your channel and became an instant fan. Sounds creepy, sorry. I found your content entertaining, and this helped me get past the boring days until I found something to do in life. So I'd like to thank you again. You're quite welcome. I'm glad I could help you with legitimate depression. That's tough, man. I'm sorry about that. Indecision can also fuck with people a lot too. My girlfriend's very indecisive, but she's been getting better. But that's something that I hope you need to work that you're working on. Okay, I'm thinking about joining you on your podcasting if I can find the time, cause YOLO. I don't know about inviting random people onto my podcast. I might do it sometimes, but if I start, I don't want to start letting people come on and then everybody will be like, I want to be on too. I want to be on too. Me too. I don't know. Maybe sometime. I regret saying that now. The YOLO part. I mean, I apologize. Please don't hate me. Yeah, I know. You didn't mean YOLO. Fucking YOLO. I didn't expect this to come out so long. Oops, sorry about that. Anyways, thanks for reading this. Hoping can keep in touch. B-Batch. That's his name. God, I need to stop reading so fast. I can't talk too fast and balance breathing at the same time. But anyways, thank you. I will check out your YouTube channel and check out your piano arrangements, and I may put a link in the description of this video to promote your channel if I so desire. If I like it. But yeah, thanks for the writing. I like positive feedback on what I do. Like when I know that when I make a difference in people's life. I don't even mean to I didn't make my channel with the intention of changing people's lives at all, but I've got people telling me that I did that somehow, making a difference, and that's a very, very fortunate side effect, I guess. All I wanted to do when I originally made my YouTube channel was get my opinion out there and make my voice heard, but it's good. Okay, so next person, Vanilla Mage here again. I remade the picture earlier on. So he attached his new picture of actual dragon or goat on dragon hentai. I'll put that on the screen right now. It's oh my god, I can't believe I've done this. I have created a monster. I hope you enjoy it. This is disgusting and you should be ashamed of myself. I know. I don't know why I even thought about that. It was bad. I'm sorry. I'm going to go disinfect my desk now. So you did draw it by hand. That's really good. Kudos to you. Fuck, I need more water. Ah! Water! Okay, so here you go. Last fan question before I get to, or last fan email before I get to the advice part. From Wind Waker Girl 7. Dracokast March 7. So number one, God, I need to fucking approach these better. I'm such a slob. Can't read these emails good. If you've watched it, do you like Tokyo Ghoul? I have not seen it. I don't know if I will. 2, do you like Legend of Zelda? I like it. I actually have not played any of the games myself. I've seen them played a lot. I've watched people play them a lot, but I have not seen it. In Super Smash Brothers, Zelda is one of my favorite characters. She's my Smash Brothers waifu, so to speak. But yeah, Zelda's cool. Number 3, is sex overrated? Or is it really as good as people are making it out to be? Sex is amazing. That's all I really need to say, but I'll say more. There are people who decide that I'm gonna be satisfied with 2D and my waifu. I'm just gonna worship my waifu in my room, and I'll be together with my waifu forever. I don't need 3D. 3D is where it's at. I mean, there's nothing beats the real thing. Sitting there, fucking yourself with your hand. That's nothing. The real thing is as good as it is made out to be. That's all there is to it. Sex is amazing. Anybody who's done it can vouch for me. I mean, but you're a girl, and I'm assuming you're a virgin because you're asking me, but that's fine. I'm not judging you for being a virgin. Don't know how old you are, it's whatever. But, your first time is probably not going to be as good as a guy's first time because, you're a girl, and biology, anatomy, all that bullshit. But girls do enjoy sex. Sorry, some girls pretend that they don't for some reason, and they pretend that they're they give it as a gift to guys. That's such a load of shit. Girls love it too. Don't even fucking lie. Girls orgasm too. Don't pretend that you can hear them making sounds of pleasure. Don't watch porn though. That's stupid. Their sounds of pleasure are so dumb. But what am I fucking talking about? Sex is great. That's the bottom line. That's all that matters. Sex is great. Oh, and in anticipation of the trolls who are going to be like, "Oh, but you're a virgin, huh?" No, I'm not. I don't have any reason to lie about that shit on YouTube. It's like, make people like me more or something. If I wanted people to like me, I'd be circle jerking like fucking Sword Art Online and Attack on Titan and Guilty Crown and all that stuff. You get more popular from circle jerking shit than criticizing shit, you know. If I wanted to be popular, that's what I would do. Okay, with that, let's move on to the advice part, which is actually a thing that I'm really excited to do. I actually got a good number of people asking for advice for this first podcast. So hopefully I can be of assistance after I take a drink of juice. Ah, that's good juice. Okay. So, first, fuck. Okay, so first advice. High school relationship advice needed. Hi, Dracokast March 7. I should just cut out the 7 part. I don't even fucking... Hi, Dracokast March. So I was hoping to get some advice on a somewhat complicated high school relationship. I met this boy, I will call him Tom, last May during a drama club production. As time went on, we both began to have feelings for each other, and we made it pretty clear to one another. So the reason we aren't dating is because Tom is Mormon, and he isn't 16 years old yet. In the Mormon religion, people aren't allowed to date until they're 16, but even then it is highly discouraged not to be in a relationship until after college. While dating me in secret was an option, his religion is super important to him, and I told him that the last thing I wanted was for him to be lying to his entire family. So up until now, I have been more than happy with what we have. So the problem is Tom's parents don't even know about me. Tom can be kind of awkward, because I'm the first girl he's ever had feelings for, so he doesn't really bring up serious things very often, so my friends have been telling me that the reason is because if Tom's parents knew he had a girl he liked, he wouldn't be allowed to talk to me. He would be too tempted or something, I don't know. That's stupid. After going on a Christian mission trip with some of my college friends, they all tried super hard to convince me that I should confront Tom about this issue because if I'm really important to him, he would tell his family about me. Oh, fuck. No. Okay, let me finish this before I start saying things. I don't know what to do. I really like him more than I've ever liked anyone, and I don't want to lose him, but at the same time, I don't like feeling like his dirty little secret. Please help. Oh, young romance. I was there once. I remember high school romance. Oh, that was a mess. Oh, I understand where you're coming from. But honestly, okay, so let me address some of these things specifically. Okay, he doesn't need... Why would he need to tell... So, this is dumb. Honestly, why would he need to tell his parents that there was just a girl he liked? If the issue is whether he's in a relationship or not, you guys aren't in a relationship, right? So you shouldn't be feeling like his dirty little secret. He doesn't need to tell his parents about you yet. You're not in a relationship yet, so there's no need for it, you know? It's not like you're doing anything that he shouldn't be doing, that's against his religion behind his parents' back or anything, you know? You're not doing anything that's against the rules. I mean, that'd be really dumb if he wasn't even allowed to like a girl before he was 16 or something like that. your friends, though, telling you that if you were important to him, he would tell his family about you. That's just bullshit. Don't listen to that. There's no need for him to tell his parents about you until you're actually dating, you know. Wait till you're in a actual relationship before. Wait till he's 16. Wait till you're in an actual relationship, and then tell him. And that's all. That's the only time you need to tell him is when you're actually in a relationship, actually starting and being in a relationship. There's no need to rush into a relationship either. What this clearly is to me is romance. Romance is like running downhill. Once you get going, it's hard to stop. But love, on the other hand, is like climbing uphill. It takes work and patience. You don't need to rush into the relationship until you're both good and ready. He's not going to be ready until he's 16. So, because that's what that's what his religion says. So just wait, you know. There's no rush. And here's the real thing. If you're important to each other, you can wait. Just be patient. You don't need to rush into it, guns a-blazing. And don't do anything stupid either. I mean, I've been there. I know what romance feels like. You want to rush in and you want to experience everything really fast, and it's all exciting because it's new and different. But you don't need to. It's the fact of the matter is that you'll end up doing dumb things if you rush too fast, and then things might get fucked up. One thing will lead to another, and then you're pregnant. Whoops. That's worst case scenario, but you know what I mean. That's what happens when you rush into things too fast and don't think. That's worst case scenario, but just take it slow. Let it develop slowly by itself. And when the time comes, when he's 16, then you'll tell his parents, and then you'll be good. However, here's something that's gonna be an elephant in the room that you can't ignore. You aren't gonna be able to ignore, and that's your religious differences. You're a Christian, and he's a Mormon, and if your relationship ends up actually going somewhere, and you make it, and you end up making it for the longer run, that your religious differences are going to be an issue sooner or later. I mean, they're already an issue right now because he's not allowed to date anybody until he's 16, and it's even frowned upon until he's after college. Highly discouraged until after college. So that's already causing problems, and he's sticking to his religious beliefs hard enough that he's actually honoring it. So it's already causing problems. It's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a bigger problem, you know. So just keep that in mind. Your religious differences. Mormonism is a lot different from Christianity. I mean, it would be different if he was like a Catholic. They're not. Catholicism is not hugely different from Christianity, and being Lutheran has even less differences from Christianity. So that'd be even better. I mean, but Mormonism is pretty different. I don't want to talk about religion right now. I mean, whatever. That's just going to be an issue, whether you want it to be or not. So you can't ignore it. Oh, and okay, this part. I don't know what to do, but because I really like him more than I've ever liked anyone. I don't want to lose him. You're not going to lose him, okay? If you guys are patient and wait for each other, what are you going to lose him to? What? I mean, it's not like there's another girl involved, is there? I mean, he's waiting to be 16 for you, right? You're not going to lose him. Just take your time, be patient. There's no need to rush. And you don't need to feel like his dirty little secret either. You're not doing anything wrong yet. You're not doing anything wrong, so there's nothing to feel bad about. You're not doing anything wrong. So that's my advice, Anonymous. P.S. Love your channel, you rock. Thanks. I love you too. You rock too. Hopefully my advice will help you. I mean, and congratulations on being my first ever advisee. I don't know what the term for that is. First person I ever gave advice to on the podcast. Congratulations. Here's an interesting fact. Now that I'm looking at these advice emails. 3 of them are female, and 2 of them are male. And I looked at this, was curious to me because I know that I have more male viewers than female viewers. I just looked up earlier today the exact metrics, and only 21% of my viewers are female, but I have more females more female advice questions than male. That's just interesting to me. Anyways, okay, so here's I don't know. This email actually is kind of both questions and just like a regular fan letter and then advice. But okay, I'll read the regular fan letter part first. Hey, first of all, I'm like so excited to be able to ask you questions and actually have communication with my favorite YouTube commentator. Aw, thanks. You're really hilarious. You love Madoka Magica, which makes you much more awesome. Hell yeah. And you're rational and have great points when it comes to dissecting awful anime. I've been a subscriber for a while now, and I've seen and loved every video. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Oh, a few questions about you before we get started with my stuff. How's Haley doing? Haley, spelled Haillie, by the way. Yes, you did spell wrong, but it's fine. It's kind of a weird spelling anyway. Actually, I haven't seen her at all recently because her mama started left the church because there was some drama bullshit. That's so dumb. Church drama is the dumbest drama, and it should never exist, but it does, and it's stupid as fuck. But so I haven't seen her at all recently, and I like to see how she's doing. But my dad tells her she's doing good. He's more in touch with her mama than I am, but whatever. Okay, second question: has there been any anime you considered reacting to yet? You mean, I'm assuming you mean this season? I have not been paying attention this season, at all. Unfortunately. So I don't know. I can't promise any new reactions, but I'll see. I need to take a fucking breath. I'm talking too much, and my exhale to inhale ratio is fucking terrible. All right. Okay. Let's continue. Anyway, here's my dumb problem. My parents are super Christians. Like, they shove Bible verses down my throat. They listen to a Christian radio station excessively and all that jazz. my parents fight a lot, and sometimes my dad hits me. Okay, right, I'll stop right there. If he's allegedly a Christian, he shouldn't be hitting you. I mean, that's just fucking... If he's spanking you, that's one thing. I don't think there's anything... I personally don't think anything is wrong with spanking, but hitting you, like striking you, like beating you, that's unacceptable. That's just wrong. Anyways, I pray, in quotes, all the time, but things never get any better. And that makes me feel like God isn't real. I go to church too, but I never feel like I'm learning anything, and it only makes me feel bad that I can't really grasp the fact that God is real. My sister also feels the same way because of the same reasons. It makes me feel awful, and my conscience always shoves the guilt up my ass, making me depressed sometimes. But I honestly am excited to know that I can get help from my favorite YouTuber ever. Aww. I'm not sure what I should do, and I know that if my parents ever find out about my feelings on God, they would kill me. What should I do, and how should I handle it? It'd be awesome if you could help me, and also good luck on your videos in the future. I can't wait to laugh and enjoy more of your videos as time goes on. Thanks so much for the laughs, and tears. How anime changed my life video, the awesome video, the gameplays on your gaming channel, and helpful reviews for awesome anime. You'll always be my favorite channel to go to, and thanks for your videos helping me cope with all the shitty things going on in my home life. I hope you can help me, and I hope you have a great day/night. Thank you. Okay, well, anyways, let's get to this. This sounds like a pretty shit situation. Alright, first of all, if you're afraid your parents would kill you for having doubts about your faith, that's bad. I honestly question, alright, so I'm sorry to any atheists out there because I'm gonna talk God for a bit. So, you'll probably feel a little left out here for a sec, but try to put up with it if you can. There are people there are religious people out there who go through the motions and put on a grand display and act like they're of such strong faith, but they only talk the talk and they don't walk the walk. And that to me sounds like what your parents do. They like flaunt their faith around, wave it around like they are what they say they are, but then they turn around and don't act like it. I mean, your dad hits you, like, what the fuck? I mean, and they should be understanding if you have your doubts, because nobody's faith is gonna stay perfect all the time. Nobody's gonna not think about straying, and people are gonna have doubts, and usually people understand that people are gonna have doubts, so they'll be willing to work through to encourage them in their faith. But so obviously, don't tell your parents. That's my first piece of advice. Don't tell your parents about your doubts. Because they're obviously not some people. They really don't sound like people you can come to listen to you about these problems. Do you have? I don't know how old you are, but do you have a youth pastor at your church that you feel like you can trust and talk to about this stuff? If you're too old for that, then ask your pastor if you think you can trust them. They will be able to help you more than I can regarding your faith. Here's what I can help you with though. I have had rough patches in my faith too, but I thought about it and realized that it wasn't really my faith in the existence of God that I was doubting. It was in the fact that it was how I was doubting. My doubt was in whether or not he cared. You know? Because I prayed a lot about stuff that I was struggling with, and the things never got better either. But I don't know. I just never had doubts that he existed. I've just had doubts that he gave a shit, you know? But here's something that I've learned that made a lot of sense and has been and it's kind of unfortunate. It's an unfortunate reality, but a reality nonetheless. And that is this. Sometimes God answers prayer, but the answer is either not now or no. Okay, so let me say that again. God always answers prayer, but sometimes it's not the way we want it to. Sometimes it's either a no or a later. Maybe he won't answer it now. Maybe he won't answer it in the way that we want specifically. Maybe he'll answer it indirectly. Or maybe he'll just answer it directly. But yeah, and that's hard to deal with. That reality that it might not be now. It might not be ever. I mean, I don't know. That's something that I question myself too. So I totally understand where you're coming from. You're praying and nothing's happening, and so you're like, God, are you even there? And that's hard. That's hard to deal with. So, and that's where I fall short myself, so I can't offer you any advice there, and that's why I say that's what you should talk to a pastor about. Some youth leader or something like that, you know? They'll be more learned in the Bible anyways, and because I don't know shit. I don't know the Bible very well at all. But hopefully that much at least is enough to help a little bit. Wait, was there anything anything else in here that I missed? Oh, and also, oh shit, that's an important part. Don't be guilted into believing it. You need to believe it yourself. If you're believing it out of guilt, that's not even worth believing it. You're not even believing it yourself. You need to believe it for yourself, you know? Your faith is not something that should be decided for you. You should not feel like pressured by guilt to believe a certain thing. You need to decide it for yourself. That's the unfortunate reality. But yeah, hopefully that at least helps you with your situation. What I would recommend personally also is, instead of praying for God to directly answer your prayer, pray that God reveals himself. Because that's what you need to, because there's no point praying in quotes, like you said. There's no point praying if you don't even think anything's going to happen. If you don't even think that he exists, you know, I think you need to get over your doubts of his existence before you can worry about things happening in your prayer life. I'm sorry if I'm alienating any non-Christians out there, but this is my podcast. I'm answering advice. Hopefully some other people can relate to it. If it offends you, then fuck off. Don't be offended because I have a different faith than you. Sorry about that. Anyways, hopefully that helps. Okay. Next advice. Sorry about that. I got a little sidetracked. Let's find my zen, find my center, and take a breath so I don't suffocate. Okay. This is the last relationship advice. The other two are not relationship advice. Hey Dracokast, I've been dating this guy for about 8 months now. He's my first boyfriend and everything is going great, but our relationship... And everything is going well, but our relationship isn't great. Still, it isn't bad. We have highs, we have lows, but ultimately it feels pretty average. I've contemplated breaking up with him before, but every time I have a reason to leave, he gives me a reason to stay. I feel kind of... I don't know why I read it like that. I'm just slow tonight. My mind is slow. I feel kind of stuck. So what do you say? Is it better to be in an okay relationship where you're happy for most of the time, or to be single and not have to be on the fence about it at all? Thanks, Amp. Okay, so if this was all the information I was given, I would have said, yeah, dump him. I mean, if you're not happy in the relationship, there's no reason to stay. I mean, but that's just, I didn't have enough information, so I asked her, sent a follow-up email, and asked, can you give me, if she could give me more details about what's good and bad about the relationship and the highs and lows. Because I need more information than that. That's not enough. And sure enough, once I got more information, my answer changed a little bit. So let me read this this follow up that she sent. She answered my questions with he's very sweet and gentlemanly. We also have so many things in common. He's affectionate, caring, and when we're together, it's cheesy, but my mind goes blank. I still get butterflies just from holding his hand or hearing his laugh. After 8 months, that's awesome. That's awesome. He respects my space and has never made me feel uncomfortable. He's never made me wait when we go out, and he'll even show up early. He has a way of making me feel perfectly comfortable and safe. He also has a way of making me feel perfectly comfortable. Just read that. God. Sorry, I'm an idiot. Also, his family is amazing. He's great with both kids and animals, which is a quality I adore. Pretty much when we're physically around each other, it's a constant high. His personality is the greatest thing about him. But he also has a bad case of foot and mouth syndrome, and he unintentionally makes me upset when he never means to. And whenever we go out, he always expects me to pay for my part. I'm fine with paying half, and even paying for him occasionally, but he's never done his share unless I ask. And I hate asking for him to cover me, because I feel like a gold digger. He isn't all that thoughtful either. I don't need to be showered in presents, but I wish he could at least do something for me on rare occasions. For example, my birthday was in September and he didn't get me anything. A couple days later, he brought me a present and I was ecstatic, but later I found out the only reason he got me anything was because my friends pressured him into it. The reason I stay is because of the stuff I listed above. I know he cares about me. I've never doubted him, not ever. We connect so easily and I can talk to him about anything. When we have arguments, we easily make up because we can't stay mad at each other. And when I'm angry at him, he won't leave me alone until we make up. But it's all those other reasons above that I think about leaving him sometimes. I'm confused because I don't know if I let him off the hook too easily. None of the cons are deal breakers, but I don't know if it's all enough to make me leave, which is why I'm on the fence. Honestly, okay, so my first answer was totally different than what I'm about to say. And after you told me what you told me, I have to say that he sounds like a keeper to me. I mean, okay, so these qualities that you listed that he has are hard to find nowadays. Kindness, someone who is genuinely kind and caring about you that quality is underrated and hard to come by nowadays. You said he's affectionate, caring, and your mind goes blank when you're around him. He respects your space, and he never makes you feel comfortable. Never makes you feel uncomfortable. See this? Okay, so this, you're saying some really strong points in his favor right now, and let's see. Let's look at these. Let's look at the bad things you list, though. He has a bad case of foot and mouth syndrome, and unintentionally makes me upset when he never means to. I don't really see that as a huge issue. I mean, honestly, if it's an accident, and you can identify that as an accident as soon as it happens, then it should be pretty easy for you to overlook it and forgive it. You know, I mean, it's something that he can work on. But it's definitely not a deal-breaking flaw. And, okay, so the other thing, whenever we go out, he always expects me to pay for my part. That stuff about not wanting to pay for stuff and buy you stuff. That, you say he isn't thoughtful, because that's part of it. He doesn't sound like he's not thoughtful, he sounds like he's just stingy. Like, okay, so I think a great way to go about it is when you go out, like, say you go to a movie, split the cost of, like, say, here's a good way to do it without being a fucking asshole. One of you pays for the tickets, and the other person pays for whatever concessions you get. Make sense? I mean, you can set that up as, like, whatever way you want. You can switch that off so that, like, the cost is more evenly distributed between you two. And whenever you go out to eat, you can just take turns paying for whoever paying for the meal. You don't need to split it. That's just stupid and pointless and complicates things. And it comes out to be about the same way as if you'd split it when you just alternate paying for your going out. But it definitely feels a lot more thoughtful when you do it that way, because you're both taking turns just paying for the entire thing, and he seems like a fucking stingy ass with his money, honestly, and Jesus, I mean, that's something that he'd have to work on also. Not an illegitimate complaint, but not something that I can see being a deal breaker either. And he said he wasn't thoughtful and didn't buy you a present on your birthday, but he said that he was caring. This is just lump that part in with the stinginess. He just doesn't want to spend money. I mean, it's like, he seems like excessively stingy. I don't know. You should talk to him about that. Okay, so here's my advice. The positive things definitely sound like they outweigh the good ones, and I'm sorry, but it sounds like you're just being too picky with this guy. I don't think that your complaints are illegitimate, but it sounds like those complaints are not big enough to justify dumping him. Here's the fact. Nobody is perfect. Okay? No person is perfect. Nobody's without flaws. Nobody doesn't have room for improvement. Everybody can improve somewhere. I hate that quote from Marilyn Monroe, I think it was, who said, if you won't accept me at my worst, you sure as hell don't deserve me at my best, or something like that. That's pretty much exactly it, but that's one of the worst quotes I've ever heard. That's basically saying, I'm the way I am. I can be a bitch cunt all I want, and I don't have to change, so you have to either accept me or you don't get any of my good side. You know, that's just stupid. Here's how what a relationship entails. in a relationship, people should be willing to improve themselves for the betterment of the relationship. As much as, because people aren't perfect, you know? You're not perfect, I'm not perfect, he's not perfect, obviously. So he has room to improve, and you should tell him about that. You should just talk to him. Set him down alone and just come out with it and tell him what some of these things that you have a problem with. Start out with damage control. Tell him all the things that you love about him that are amazing. Tell him how nice he is, how caring he is. Tell him how you feel when you're around him, and tell him all the good things that you feel about him as damage control, so that you don't come across as being like just having complaints to have against him, you know. But then you tell him about the problems that you have with him, and make sure that you figure out if he's going to be willing to change. If he cares about the relationship and he cares about you and making you happy, you should be willing to try to improve on those things. Don't expect him to change overnight, okay? Because that's not realistic either. But if he shows no desire at all to improve himself, and he doesn't have, he doesn't want to, basically, if he doesn't want to make an effort to change, to improve on those things, then that's the problem. Here's an example from my real life of where I needed to improve something for the betterment of my relationship. That was a personal flaw of mine. So when I first got into a relationship with this girl, I did not realize it until she told me, but I was trying to make out with her all the time. I was a little overbearing with my wanting to kiss her, and so I did not know that until she finally told me, and I was like, "Oh my God, I'm sorry. I did not realize that I was doing that." And in retrospect, it made sense. I could tell that I could look back and be like, "Yep, I was definitely being too overly aggressive with that." But it was great. It was good that you told me, because then I could make an effort to improve, and I improved basically instantly, because that was pretty easy to fix. But yeah, so people can change, people can improve for the betterment of the relationship. You just gotta communicate. Communication is paramount. If you can't communicate with him your issues before they fester and get much bigger than they were to begin with, then you're gonna have problems. Communicate. The most important thing in a relationship is good communication. Communicating issues that you have. I can't tell you the number of times I've heard stories about people whose relationships were totally ruined by failures to communicate, and it's sad. It's like it could have been avoided. You could have easily fixed this, but you instead chose to just not talk to him or her about the problems you had with them that were really hurting your desire, your investment in the relationship. It's just communicate with him. Just talk to him about it, and figure out it. Determine whether he's gonna be willing to change or not. And you seem really happy in the relationship otherwise, but the more that I think about it, no, you're not being a gold digger by expecting him to pay his share too. You guys should, like I said, you need to do the strategy where you take turns paying for shit, Because then you can both feel good about being like, I covered all of it. I wasn't like a stingy asshole trying to work with us paying separately. It takes less time too, you know, when you're paying for things yourselves. You both have to ring up your credit cards or pull out your cash and pay in two separate transactions. It's much simpler when it's just one for both of you. You know, take turns paying for shit. That everything I wanted to say? Yeah, foot and mouth thing is another thing that could easily be fixed. He needs to just be more... He could just try to be more mindful about... Think about things more before he says them. Yeah. I mean, yeah. The more I think about it, the more I could see his stinginess being a problem in a long-term relationship. Because if you guys got like married and lived together, that stinginess could definitely be an issue. But also think about you need to find what's his financial status? Is he making like a really small amount of money? I don't know how old you guys are. Are you like in high school? Does he have a part-time job and he's not making much money and stuff? Is he financially strapped? That's a thing to find out, because that could be the case. And he's not like trying to be an asshole, a stingy asshole, but he just is because he doesn't have money. That's a possibility. You have to find that out, though. Ask him. Communicate. Keep an open line of communication. It's important. Okay. I think that's all I got to say for that one. Fuck. I talk way too much. Okay, so here's the guy. He needs some advice. This has little to do with relationships, but it's something I can barely talk about because apparently it's all just a big joke to most people and it's socially acceptable to mock this condition and assume that any sort of horrible person performed their actions because of this. You may seem like an asshole in your reviews, but I can see that you have a good and caring heart. Oh, thank you. You are not incorrect. I don't want to toot my own horn, but you are not incorrect. At the same time, I will know that you won't stand for any pity party bullshit. You got me figured out. You got me figured out already. How the fuck how'd you figure that out from my videos already? Okay, you're right. Okay, anyways, here goes. I have an extreme form of body dysmorphia that has to do with an abnormally small penis. And I don't know the exact girth, but it looks pretty damn thin. The doctors blatantly lied to me, telling me that losing weight would lead to some sort of significant weight gain in length, but that was a fucking lie. Yeah, a whole 0.03 inches gained after losing 50 pounds. That's such a difference. You lost 50 pounds? Wow. That has essentially spiraled me into a form of depression that no matter what I do, I can't shake. The gym that I love to go to so much no longer energizes me. TV shows, anime, and video games barely elicit any sort of response from me anymore. Even when my parents attempt to reassure me of my worth, they most likely don't know about this condition, but they can tell just by looking at me that I'm generally depressed, and I've had mental breakdowns in front of them before. And I get results back from my teachers that confirm my own biased view of my intelligence. I still can't get rid of the stigma that my own mind is telling me that I'm worth nothing because of my micro penis. During my childhood, I was mocked for this by other boys and girls, and I ended up becoming obese as a defense mechanism to give some sort of fake pleasure in eating. How the fuck did other boys and girls know you had a small penis? That's what I want to know. The mixed messages about my penis size not mattering and how women really think are also playing mind games with me. I don't know why, but it seems my life is one huge self-fulfilling prophecy that I just don't know how to escape. So do you have any advice on how to overcome this problem and get out of this mindset so I can make progress in my life and not be stuck pining on this one aspect forever? Okay, it's real talk time. This is going to be a little dirtier and more for the guys. So I'm sorry, girls, but this is gonna be a little disgusting for you, probably. And I'm sure that there's other guys that this can relate to. But it's real. Here's the real talk, okay? I don't fucking mind putting this out on YouTube. I don't give a shit. None of you people know me. It doesn't matter. But here's the truth. I don't have a very big penis either. I don't. It's just not very big. I haven't ever measured it, but it's never really bothered me either. I just haven't thought about it. I've thought about it a few times, but it never really bothered me. I can see the YouTube commenters now, the trolls being like, Dracokast has a small penis. Well, fuck you. I don't give a shit. If I gave a shit, I wouldn't be saying it in this podcast. I wouldn't be saying it out loud. I'm totally comfortable with my manlyhood, so you might as well just not waste your time trying to insult me on my penis size and try to make me feel bad, because it's not going to work. I don't give a fuck. Anyways, fuck. Here's a question that's actually pretty important though. How big is it erect? And you say it's 2.4 inches in length, but that's the flaccid length, I'm assuming. But how big is it when erect? That's the most important part. General penis size really doesn't fucking matter. And erect penis size is a little more important. Well, it's more important, but it's still not gonna make a huge difference. It's not gonna be it's not gonna fucking destroy your life. I'm fortunate in that I have a higher than normal ratio of erect size to flaccid size, so it doesn't really matter. My girlfriend has never said anything about it, and she's clearly enjoying sex just fine with what I got. So it's not an issue. She hasn't said anything, so I don't care. I'm not gonna say anything. Here's the fact of the matter. It doesn't matter what the fuck anybody thinks of your penis size. Most of the problem with penis size is in your own head. It's your own view of yourself that's getting at you. Some girls do care about penis size, and there's a term for them. They're called size queens, but I just call them sluts. I call them whores because, you know, size really doesn't matter. Although, that said, it is possible to have a penis that's too big. Because if your penis is too long, you could be hitting the back of the wall of the vagina, and it hurts. Like, legitimately hurts. Like girls have described it as getting punched in the gut. Because the penis was hit, because of what the long penises do. You can't do certain positions with too long of a penis because it hurts because they're hitting the back wall of the vagina. By the way, this is a adult podcast, rated R. If it was a movie, too late for that. Shit. Whatever. Adult podcast. I guess you guys could tell by my language that I'd be an adult podcast, but anyways. So yeah, and then also I've heard a story about a porn star who the second shoot that she ever had, her vagina got torn because the guy's penis was so wide that she had to go to the hospital, and it was, oh my god. See, it's like there is such a thing as too big. There is such a thing as too small if it's like actually legitimately so small that they can't feel anything. But here's the fact of the matter. Here's some anatomy and then an anatomy lesson for you. Most of the nerve endings associated with pleasure in the vagina are close to the entrance of the vagina. The clitoris is right at the entrance. The G-spot is located a third of the way into the vagina, and the vagina is about 8 inches long normally. So if your penis can reach about that far, maybe 3 inches max is all you need, then you're good. You can hit everything. The benefit in having a smaller penis is that you can do any position you want and not have to worry about it because you don't have too long of a penis. Fuck. What was I saying? What am I talking about? Penis? Why am I fucking talking about penises on a podcast? Whatever. I can talk about whatever the fuck I want. Okay. So anyways, just act as if it's not a problem. It should not be a problem to you. It's all in your head. Okay? It does not matter how big your penis is. If you're about to get it on with a girl, just ignore it. Just don't be stupid and give her like a disclaimer like, well, okay, well, so we're about to have sex, but I have a small penis, just so you know. That's stupid. Don't bring attention to it if she's not going to bring attention to it. And if she has issue with your penis when you're getting to it and you pull off and you drop your drawers and it's out there, you're probably going to be erect anyway, so it's probably going to be bigger than that. But, so she's not going to see it flaccid. She's probably not going to see it flaccid, at least a little bit hard, but God, this is lewd as fuck. This is real talk, okay? This is serious. I'm being serious. I'm not trying to be dirty. I'm a little fucking kid. I'm being serious. But if she has an issue with it, just fucking pull your pants back and be like, fuck, fine, whatever, whore. You're a size queen. You're a size queen. You got a complex for big dicks. Fine, slut. Probably shouldn't say that meanly, but I don't know. Maybe you should. Whatever. Most girls don't care. Most girls don't. And if they do, then those aren't the ones that you want to be fucking, you know? It's so bad how I go from talking about serious relationship advice to talking about penis size and how it doesn't matter. Whatever. Yeah, here's the bottom line is I have a pretty small penis too. I'm not well endowed. It doesn't matter though. The phrase that it doesn't matter how big it is, it's how you use it that counts is true. You just gotta be good with it. Be good with it. I don't know if you're a virgin, but practice. Here's an advice that's good for you. This applies to anybody, even guys who don't have big penises or don't have small penises. Practice. When you're masturbating, get to the point where you're about to come, but stop. Like, clench your muscles and stop. And then you wait for, like, I don't know, like say 20 or 30 seconds. So you get a little worn down, or less excited, so you're not about to finish there. And then go at it again, and do this several times before you actually let yourself finish, and this will train you at being able to hold it and not accidentally coming when you're having sex, because that's the last thing you want, is to come prematurely. That's a good way to get yourself not laid again, is to come way too early. You don't have to be a marathon man and last for 20 minutes or some shit, but you can get to that point, but you don't have to. But just practice so you don't last a short amount of time. Man, I'm sidetracking really bad. That's good advice though, okay? Let's be real. Do you find that advice useful? Because I guarantee you there's people out there who found that advice useful. So So the bottom line is, yeah, some people care, some women care, but the ones who are gonna criticize you for having small penis are the ones you shouldn't be associated with anyway. And if there are guys out there who fucking criticizing your penis size, fuck them. How the fuck are they knowing about your penis size anyway? Fuck the stupid guys. Okay. And if you said you lost 50 pounds and you were obese, at least you became obese during childhood, lose weight. That's getting into a good shape is more important than having a good penis size. Am I right, ladies? You know I'm right. If you can get yourself into a good fit shape, get on a good diet, reduce how much you eat healthy shit. Go to the grocery store, get some healthy shit. Make healthy meals. Make like fucking grilled chicken salads, fucking taco salads. The taco salads are good for you too. Fuck. Anyways, eat healthy shit. Eat nutritious shit. That will help you, and exercise. That's all that stuff combined will improve your that gets endorphins running actually. Make you feel good about yourself, gets you out of depression, and it'll get you feeling more confident when your body is in good shape. Honestly, it will. And forget about your penis. It's not gonna matter until you're in bed anyways, and like I said, if it does matter to the woman you're about to do, then well, fuck them. And not literally, but just forget about them. Doesn't matter. They're not the ones that you should care about anyways. Okay? That good? I talked about penis size too much. Everybody uncomfortable now? I'm not uncomfortable. I don't care. I don't care about awkward shit. I'll talk about whatever the fuck I want. I talk about my small dick. I have no issues with my manlyhood. No insecurity whatsoever. That's why I'm not afraid to talk about it on YouTube. If I'm not afraid to talk about my penis size on YouTube, you shouldn't be fucking scared of your penis size. Yeah. Okay. Last advice email. Hi, I'm Dennis. I'm 22. I got one 4 years ago. Oh, that's Strong Depression. The title of this email is Strong Depression. He's saying, I got one 4 years ago. From start, it wasn't that strong. I was still able to go to the university. But now I don't have enough patience to deal with it. I think it was just wrong specialization I chose. But the problem is that I can't switch to another one. My parents told me that they won't pay for the university if I move to another specialization. Here comes another problem. For the moment, I'm not that healthy to go to work. Depression also does not contribute to desire to take care of myself. How to get rid of it, or just how to think to come up with the solution. The only things that keeps me afloat is an anime. I'm watching it in large quantities because the world is so gray and sad, especially here in Russia. Maybe it's better to move in Czech Republic if it's still not too late and we aren't USSR yet. And also some music. And it blinks a YouTube video that I listened to when I first read this email. It's depressing. It's a depressing video that shows the depressing sounding song that shows these gray shots of how gray and ugly Russia looks. And he's got a picture that he sent me too. And it's depressing looking. Look, I'm sorry, man. I'm not a who you should be you should be looking for a counselor for this. But here's something I can tell you. Some general advice that will help. You need to, like I told the other guy who's depressed about his penis size. Here's things that in general that will help with depression are eating healthier and exercising. eating health. It's a fact that people who eat shit food become depressed because of just the chemical makeup of those foods. Junk foods are, I think that the word for it is dopamines. They release dopamines, which is like the opposite of endorphins. Dopamines like shut down your brain. I hope I'm not using the wrong term, but that's the chemical that ends up being produced or is stimulated shuts down your brain. Endorphins are released when you exercise. Endorphins make you feel good. You don't need to do like intense exercise to get some benefit. Just walking around is good. Get some uplifting music. Slap it in your MP3 player, your iPod, whatever, and walk around and just walk around and listen to it. Listen to some good music. Enjoy the scenery, what scenery there is to enjoy. Keep your eyes open for any cute girls. Talk to girls. You know, don't talk to them with the expectation of getting something, because then you'll just set yourself up for disappointment. But just talk to any girls that you see that interest you. Could be just something as simple as, "Hey, how's it going? You have a nice day. You have a nice day." That's all you need. You don't need to try to get somewhere with them. You don't need to try to get their number every time. But if that happens, great. Love is a great way to get out of depression. Love makes you feel great. Fact, I have been depressed too. It's not like a intense. It was not anything intense. Nothing I needed to seek counseling for. But it sounds like you've got something bad going. You got something bad. Maybe you got some kind of chronic depression. And that's why you'd want to see a counselor, a psychologist, someone who can tell you if you got like chronic depression. Maybe you might need to take some antidepressants. But there are some general steps that you can take to start getting on the right track, at least. I feel like I'm a little privileged. I know I'm privileged, but the relevant part is that I was able to switch my major in college when I wanted to, and my dad was accepting of it. He just wanted me to do what I was happy doing. And if you can't change your specialization, then that sucks, but you'll have to take what you're given. Finish your degree. Don't quit school altogether. Get your degree and get a job. Get a nice paying job. Save up some money. Work hard, and then once you get your degree, work hard, save up some money, and then go back to school for what you want to do. You know, save up money and go to school part-time while you're getting a different degree, so that you can afford to pay yourself through school. Put yourself through school without your parents helping. Sound good? I'm sorry I can't help more. I'm not a psychologist. I can't help it. I'm not an expert on depression, but I know some things that do work. Some general advice that can make a difference. So, I don't know. I don't know about the moving to the Czech Republic thing. I don't know shit about the situation of the Czech Republic as opposed to Russia, but Russia does not seem like it's doing too well right now. You know, so that part about saying maybe I should move while we still haven't become the USSR, you know, that sounds bad. Maybe moving is an attractive option. I don't know. Don't put yourself in a situation where you can't afford to survive, you know. You don't want to move. You don't want to move and then be unable to support yourself and then starve. That sounds really bad. That's really worst case scenario, but that's something that I don't know. I don't have enough details, but with what I'm given, just listen to that, okay? I'm sorry to laugh. I'm just laughing at my own stupidity and how dumb I am and unable to help I am. I can't help it all. I'm dumb. You know? This isn't my expertise, but I'm gonna try to at least point you in the right direction. Okay. What I was gonna do for the first month of the podcast in honor of Megumi Nakajima was to do my first month worth of sick song of the week. The sick song of the week was gonna be Megumi Nakajima for a month or so. But in honor of this guy, I got a song that I was saving for a rainy day. But it looks like the first day of the podcast is the rainy day that this song is gonna come out. It's not like there's not a place for depressing songs because they can appeal to you, but you need to listen to some uplifting shit so you don't just drown in your depression. Okay, I got a good song for you that like I said, been saving for a rainy day. Saving for a rainy day. It's called Promises by Thomas Bergerson. And it's one of the most amazing songs I've ever heard. So please stick around and listen to the whole thing. You can find just the song itself on YouTube. Search for Most Wonderful Music of All Times, Promises. That's what you can find it under on YouTube. I'll put a link down in the description for you. Make it easier for you. Okay. Wish I could end on a higher note than that, but this song is about as high a note as I can end on with that, you know? Hopefully this song will help you out. Or that. And so now I've been talking for like over 2.5 hours, so I'm not gonna talk about cheating. I'll save that for next time, I guess. When I have less stuff to talk about. I've been talking for a long time. So, that'll be the end of the podcast for this week. Hope everybody has a nice week, and hopefully I'll hear from people for the next podcast. If you have any advice, if you have any questions or fan letters that you would like me to read, or any, if you want any advice, email me, draconiscast@gmail.com. That's DRACOKAST @gmail.com. You all have a nice night.